Welcome everyone to our bonus October mega class. We're so excited. We felt like we needed more time with you guys this month to be able to share some amazing fall favorite recipes. So what we've got going on here is you got to stay till the end, because at the end we've got Stephanie Murphy sharing our pumpkin roll. And I know so many of you out there want to either learn how to do the pumpkin roll or get some fresh tips and reminders on how to do the pumpkin roll, because it's really simple, but if you're not doing it on a regular basis, you might need some extra help. So we have picked some of our favorite fall recipes. Like I said, we're going to get through those tonight. If this is the first time you've watched this mega class, make sure that you stay muted so we have a nice clean recording for those that can't join us. And when you can't join us live, then you're going to be able to take advantage of these recordings as well. I do hear some background noise out there. It might be my next presenter, so we're going to watch for that. But if you are unmuted, please mute yourself. And we're going to get started here in just a minute. So please let us know who invited you tonight and who's here so we can say hello to you guys. And we're going to go ahead and get started with our first presenter. We're going to pass it off to Dana Azimi to do my favorite Cranberry Lime Salsa. Dana, are you ready?
I'm ready. Thank you so much, Teresa. It's so great to be back. My husband and I were on an awesome trip last month for our 35th wedding anniversary, woot woot. And he absolutely loves this cranberry lime salsa, so he's super excited, just waiting with bated breath for me to finish. So I always make this cranberry lime salsa when I first see cranberries. And so Trader Joe's, guys, has a really beautiful organic bag of cranberries. And then I make it all the way through. Usually New Year's Eve is the last time you make it, but you can toss a few bags of cranberries in your freezer so you can get that little fix and like during the year too, because this is really good, really fresh, and away we go. So we are going to use, it's a chop and drop recipe. We're going to use our awesome Eco Chop. And so the first thing I like to do is I like to wash and dry my cilantro. Now, if you're not a cilantro person and it tastes like soap, I'm so sorry, because I love it, but I know for some people it's not a happy place. You could use parsley here, or you could just omit it altogether. So I rinsed my cilantro, and you can actually eat the stems of the cilantro because they're nice and they're not so firm and woodsy. You can definitely eat them. So in it goes. This is the spinner basket that comes with your Eco Chop, makes it a little mini salad spinner. Of course, you put your lid on, you're going to get your arm workout, and you're going to let it go. Wow. So you just spin it. Sorry, it's loud. And then all of that liquid goes right into your Eco Chop, and you have nice and dry cilantro. So I'm going to go ahead and dry out my Eco Chop because we don't need extra moisture in with the salsa. So like I said, it's a chop and drop. You're going to now put your blade in, and you're going to do a whole bag of cranberries. You're going to rinse them and pick through the icky ones. If you're lucky enough to have one of our colander scoops, love it for this purpose. So I have already done some cranberries in my bowl. And you want to do the whole bag, and so you want to do maybe 2 or 3 batches. And let me move my other mise en place out of the way. And you just, once again, just like we did with the little salad spinner, I like them very fine. You don't want any whole pieces of cranberry because you want it to mix with all the other flavors. And like biting into a whole raw cranberry isn't very pleasant. So here we go. That's 10 chops. Fun fact, every time you pull, it's 6 rotations. So that's about what I want to see. I don't want to see anything bigger than like a quarter of a cranberry is the biggest I would want. So I'm going to use my little mini spatula. They come in a set of 2, and they work so well with the Eco Chop. So like I said, I already have the rest of the cranberries in here. You can see how they're already starting to break down, which is what you want. This salsa is awesome. You definitely want to make it a few hours, if not the day before, because it really allows those cranberries to soften a little bit and all the flavors to combine beautifully. So that's your cranberries. The next thing we're going to add is a whole jalapeno. Now you get to control the heat on this. My husband loves it really spicy, but we're actually a neighbor of ours. I told them all about it. So I'm going to split it in half, and they're not really a spicy family. So I love to use our little jar spoons. They used to be called spice spoons back in the day, but you can use those to just scrape those seeds and ribs right into the trash. And I love to use a little jar spoon for that purpose. And I just don't want the seeds to splash everywhere. So I'm kind of doing it down towards the garbage. So you can just trust me that I'm doing it. So there you go. So perfect, right? Now I'm going to put the whole jalapeno with no ribs or seeds. Also, the friend that I'm doing this for can't eat onions, but they can actually eat shallots. So I'm going to do a whole shallot, but you can do red onion here. You can do white onion here, whatever onion you like, or even a shallot. So here we go. I'm going to do 10 holes again. Want to see how it's doing. Beautiful. I want it a little finer. I like the onions and the jalapeno to be a little bit finer than the cranberry. So let's do another 5 pulls. Easy enough. So that's your spice. That's your onion. We're going to chop and drop that right in too. It's beautiful. If you celebrate Christmas, that red and green is just so gorgeous. It uses also some of our Tahitian lime oil that I know was out of stock for a while, but it's back in stock and ready to ship. So we've got that. The next thing I'm going to chop is some celery. So celery is kind of an interesting thing to put in salsa. It just gives that crunch. So I'm going to do 2 stalks of celery. So I just cut them into 2-inch pieces. And sometimes it wants to get stuck. So I'm just going to do that in 2 chops as well. And another 10 spins. Okay, easy, right? I love this Eco Chop. It's on special. Teresa's going to go through all the specials. We have so many this month, something for everyone. But just imagine this makes a great gift for anyone on your list. If you have girls that are hard to buy for, or guys that are hard to buy for, college kids, retirees. And, if you have like a white elephant gift that you need for work, it is so awesome. And everybody eats, right? So meal prep is so huge that people love the Eco Chop as a gift. Okie dokie. And it comes in a really nice white box. You can tie it with a ribbon. And I love to get some of the spatulas and tie the little spatula to the ribbons. Looks so cute. All right. So that's your celery. We're getting there with the chopping. But what I'm saying is, you'll love this and use this for Thanksgiving meal prep. Like, oh my gosh, all your onions and celery for your stuffing, all the things. It's just awesome. And of course, you're going to make this salsa for Thanksgiving. We do. Okay, that's your cilantro. And then that's it. Everything chopped. The last items we're going to add are some of our Cell Gray salt, some sugar. The recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of sugar. I usually start with about half of that and let it sit in the fridge for an hour or 2, and then go in and taste it and see, does that need a little more lime? Does it need a little more sugar? But I find that for our taste, my hubby's much more a salty, savory person than a sweet person. We prefer it to be a little less sugary. But that being said, here's half of that 3/4 cup right on in, just regular granulated sugar. You could probably use honey or agave here. I'm going to use some of our Cell Gray salt. Now we do have the daily grind salt mill with all of our flavored salts, but I really like the little Cell Gray grinder. And now this comes in our gift set, which is the Wine and Dine gift set. It comes with the natural flavor grinder, the red wine grinder, correct me if I'm wrong, Teresa, and then one of the peppers. So really love having this little individual grinder too. And then the last couple things, we're going to use some fresh lime. And I always love to roll my lime to get it to release those juices. And honestly, we love a lot of lime, so I'm not going to measure it here. It calls for 1 tablespoon, but I'm going to use the whole lime. And I'm going to use one of my other favorite Bond Cook tools, and that is our citrus press. Absolutely love this citrus press. Also would make a nice gift. And we're going to squeeze it right on in. How easy is this? Look at how much juice comes out of that. You always want to go cut side down, even though kind of your brain wants you to put it in that way. You want to go cut side down, and that's how you get all that yummy juice out. And then the last item I'm going to put in is our Tahitian lime oil. And we go through this so much at our house. I just opened a brand new one, but it's our Tahitian lime. And it calls for 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to go ahead and measure that out. 1 and 2. All right, then I'm going to go in with my little spatula, get it all mixed up, and then I'm going to show you how beautiful this salsa is. But like I said, you're going to definitely want to make it like at least 3 hours in advance, if not the day before. Now, I always serve it on Thanksgiving, and I love it because sometimes I have to make a double batch because for leftovers, it's so yummy on like a turkey sandwich, and then you put a little bit of this cranberry salsa on the sandwich. Oh my gosh, it's also good on roasted pork, roasted chicken, roasted turkey, all throughout the year. But look at how gorgeous that is. Is that not beautiful? What we love to serve it with are tortilla chips. We love these from Trader Joe's. They're kind of really basic tortilla chip. The other way I've served this is do a little bit of whipped feta, spread that on your serving plate, and then just put this in like all around. It's so good. And then, like I said, on top of grilled meats or sandwiches. I really hope you'll try this salsa recipe and let us know how you like it. If you do not have the recipes yet, reach out to the consultant that invited you and you'll get all these recipes from tonight. So I'm going to pass it back off to Teresa for an awesome chili.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dana. I love this. We did this class, this collaboration together. We always learn stuff as well. And I love whipped feta, and I never thought of doing whipped feta with the cranberry lime salsa. So love it. Thank you, Dana. Always got some new ideas for me. I appreciate it. So I am so excited to share with you one of our favorite family recipes. I've always loved to make chili, but it seems like it takes forever. Well, my friend Michelle shared this recipe with me years ago, and I have shared it with many people since then. And it's called halftime chili. It's called halftime chili because you can make it during halftime of the game. So we are gonna whip this up really quickly. First, we've got our Eco Chop. I know Dana just did a whole bunch in the Eco Chop, so I'm just gonna show you my onions. Amazing, you guys, this tool on sale. This thing almost never goes on sale. So when it's on sale, not only do you need to get it for yourself, extra one for yourself or 2 or 3, and then several to put in your gift closet. This makes the best gift ever. So it's gonna be a little loud. I did 9 pulls if you weren't counting, and look at what an amazing job that did of chopping my onions. Okay, so this recipe starts with onions. I actually made a batch of this already ahead of time for you guys. I'll show you at the end. And I wanted to test it and see if it fit in my 4T's medium round mold, which it did. But it fits way more, with more room to spare in the large round mold. So I highly recommend the large round mold, but if you have the medium round, it will work. Set of 2 mini spatulas, great little add-on gift to go with your Eco Chop because it fits in the grooves of the Eco Chop perfectly. I just absolutely love these little wonders for the kitchen. Get every little bit of that onion in here. And then on top of the onion, I'm going to add 1 pound of ground turkey or ground beef. We actually like to mix it up in our family. And so the first batch I did ground beef. We did a lean ground beef, and this one doing ground turkey. We like the flavor of the beef, but the health of the turkey. So we kind of do a mixture. So this is the coolest part, you guys, is you're just gonna put that, cover it with the octagonal bond mat, and put it in the microwave on high for 3 minutes. You don't have to stir it, watch it splatter at all. Just go ahead and put that in the microwave. And then while that is going in the microwave for 3 minutes, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Daily Grind salt grinder. And we need to refill our garlic paprika, but I thought I would do it in front of you guys because I get so many people asking me, how does this work and how do you refill it? So this is the Daily Grind salt grinder, and our pepperelli pepper mill is the same. And I've got an exciting surprise for you. These guys are on sale starting tomorrow, but they were started the sale early for you guys tonight. So I'm going to share all the sales at the end, so stay on so you don't miss them. We've got a lot of sales going on. So these are 5 different salts, and right now I happen to have the garlic paprika on top because that is my husband's favorite, and he is the master griller in our house and uses that all the time. So to refill it, I take the grinder off the top. And then all of our salts come in these little refill bottles, which is great because then when you have your favorite, like we do, we go through the garlic paprika probably 3 times as fast as any others. There's a nice big chunk of paprika in there. Isn't that fun? Look how fresh and amazing that salt is. Oh, it smells so good. So then I'll put the grinder back on. But let's just say I wanted to switch it to my lemon thyme. I just take this black lid off. Okay, I can put the black lid on the garlic paprika and put the grinder on the lemon thyme. So it's really just as simple as that. So I'm gonna do the garlic paprika. So I put the black lid. So they each have their own lids. They can come apart like this, but they stack. Looks nice and makes it nice for storing. I'm gonna go ahead and put the grinder on the top for the garlic paprika because I'm gonna use that. Now, once that meat comes out, you're gonna see all these different yummy spices and tomatoes and beans that I'm gonna add to the mixture. I always like to buy my tomatoes and beans with no salt added, okay? So the no salt added is great because I'm adding the flavor of the salt, and this is sea salt, so it's healthier for us than additive salt that comes in the can. So just know that. And then this is a little tip, I've never done this before because the recipe says you can pick, you do 1 can of beans and you can pick pinto beans, kidney beans, your favorite type of beans. But did you know you can get mixed chili beans? Because I like a mixture of all the beans. So these are ready to go. We're gonna dump them in. You don't drain them. So we've got 1 can of diced tomatoes, 1 can of the mixed chili beans, and then I'm gonna combine that with our spices here in just a minute when that comes out. And so while we're waiting that to come out, I'm gonna talk to you about the fact that every single person on this class and in our company, customers of ours, the entire month of October, which is a few days left, is getting a gift with purchase this month when you spend $100. It automatically adds onto your order. You don't have to look for it to add, but you are getting this gorgeous bottle of EVOO. Isn't this beautiful? This is a $35 gift that you get just for shopping with us and spending $100. So we just want to say thank you, our gift to you. You don't have to add it on. It will automatically be added and you are going to love this EVOO if you haven't tried it before. So that's just the gift with purchase. Like I said, we've got some sales as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and have Chance grab that meat for me, and I'm gonna show you, this is our masher. So that's what we're gonna use to chop up the ground turkey. And so, thank you, Chance. Let's see, you set right here, on with it. Okay, perfect. So the mold itself is not hot, but what's hot is the steam inside. So you can see when that comes off, there's a lot of hot steam. So you wanna be careful not to burn yourself. And then we're gonna take our masher. This is great. The holidays coming up, use this for mashed potatoes. Yes, you can use it for making your pie dough. I use this as a pastry cutter, so it's fantastic. And then obviously for mashing up our meat. So this is working really nicely to break apart that meat that we just cooked with the onions in 3 minutes. Now, I haven't used ground turkey. There's very little to no fat in here. And I used a very lean ground beef, so I did not have to drain the meat. But if you're using a ground beef that's a higher fat content and you want to drain some of the fat off, this is the time that you would do that, okay? So again, here's our spatula coming in handy. Gonna scrape that excess off of the masher. Look how awesome that works, you guys. Okay, so if you were gonna drain this meat, this is the best part about the flexibility of these molds. You would just fold it and then pour it into your bowl to drain it. But we're not gonna drain it, so we're gonna go ahead and add the beans as I talked about. And then we're gonna add, scrape it, every last little bean in there, super easy. And then we're gonna add our can of diced tomatoes. Again, I love, you don't have to drain it. You wanna leave all those yummy juices in there. And then we're gonna add our seasoning. So we've got 2 tablespoons of chili powder. You've got 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. You can use fresh garlic if you want. You can use garlic salt. I prefer to use the garlic powder because I'm gonna use the garlic paprika salt, okay? And then 2 teaspoons of cumin. You can use 1 to 2. We love cumin, so I go with 2. And then we're gonna also add our meat herb blend. Now, if you already have the zesty Mediterranean herb blend, you can use that. They're really interchangeable. So the meat herb blend is the one that comes in some of our sales and we have in stock right now. Always shake our herb blends. For those of you who don't know, these come with no salt. So you're gonna add your salt, but look how amazing these are. And you have heavier items, They're gonna fall to the bottom, and lighter items are gonna stay on top. So you wanna shake them up so they get nice and blended. If you didn't know, the lid of these containers is approximately 1 tablespoon. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of the meat herb blend to go in there in our French pantry line. And then, as I mentioned, our garlic, paprika, salt, and you can put a few turns in there, and then when it comes out in the next batch, you can taste it and see if you need to add more. So all of this is gonna get blended up. I'm gonna cover it with the octagonal bond mat, and then we're gonna put this back in the microwave for 8 minutes to finish cooking, and then you're gonna be done. Now I wanna show you, Chance, I'm gonna grab one of our red plates. So I wanna show you because this, yes, I can pick this up and put this in the microwave, but if you are a little bit uneasy about it, or you have a little kitchen helper that's uneasy about it, as soon as you put it on a plate, it's easier to get in and out of the microwave. So I'm gonna put that lid on top, and that's gonna go in the microwave. We're gonna do 6 minutes should be enough, actually. 6 to 8 minutes. Now, here's my batch I just did for you before we started the class. You can still, it stayed nice and warm. All these flavors, oh my gosh, you guys, it smells so good in here. And like I said, this is made with beef, and the one that Chance just put in the microwave is made with turkey, and we're gonna combine the two for our family. But look at this, it does fit in the 4T's medium round mold as well. So I wish that you guys could smell how good it smells in here, and I can share this with you, but this recipe, your consultant has the recipe packet to send to you. So if they haven't sent that to you yet, I know I haven't sent it to my test yet, reach out to them, they'll get that to you, and you can enjoy making this recipe. You guys got to see how quick and easy that is from start to finish. So now I'm gonna pass it off to my friend Rhonda, who's gonna share one of our favorite items, the cornbread waffles, to go with this chili. Okay, Rhonda, take it away.
Hey, I just took this out. I'm going to wait for a minute or so to let this release. But I just love how, I don't know if you guys back over in the day, I remember the first, when the kids came in from school or my husband came home from work, the first thing they ask is what's for dinner, right? And sometimes, if I was going to have soup or anything like that, I just found that it made it so much better to some kind of a quick bread. And so this cornbread is just one of those things. I thought, it's just kind of nice to have something extra. I found like everybody would eat half as or twice again as much. They would have plenty more soup or chili, and then they still could have that yummy good thing. And so these waffles, they're the golden sweet waffles. They have just a little bit of sugar. I like the balance in this recipe, and that's going to be included in the PDF section that you have. But I wanted to say in here, so see, this is the beauty of our pans, right? Because they don't stay hot, everything cools off, and it can get that release. So here, let me just show you an example. Is that just so cool? It's just so cool. And I mean, I don't know if you don't already have our waffle tray, I have to say it's pretty awesome because of the fact that it just is so nice because the sizes and everything, they fit in the freezer. I have some extra that I took out because I always make a double batch. When you make waffles, isn't that great too? Because they fit right in the toaster, these little pieces, and you don't have those all those box things. And I wanted to show you though, real quick, let's say you wanted to pop this all out at the same time, which is great. Then you can actually just flip the whole thing, right? And then of course, be careful with your hot pan. In here, okay, yes. Isn't that just so awesome? And so, yes, that's something that you can enjoy doing. And I wanted to, I did have to point something out. I love the waffle tray and it's great. This 6 loaf is fabulous. And this is on sale all month too. And this is fabulous for your cornbread also. But because they put on this extra special that we have this week or this month is that any extra trays that you get that are not on special like this is, you can still get a few of your favorites because you get, honestly, if you get one of the trays, then you are able to get one of our tools for like 20% off. So all kinds of tools. And one quick thing to add, which I think is kind of fun, and this is kind of speaks to what Teresa was talking about, are herb blends, whichever ones. So like I like to soften a stick of butter and put in a teaspoon of any of our herb blends. That goes with cornbread. That's wonderful. And I actually did the chicken in this butter, but you can do whatever you want. And of course, you could use our wonderful jams, serve it with it. But just have fun, you know, surprise them, think out of the box. I mean, can you imagine their faces when you serve these waffles, cornbread waffles, right? With chili put on top. Anyway, enjoy.
Awesome. Thank you, Rhonda. We're going to pass it off to Stephanie Murphy if you're ready.
I am ready. You guys were quick. Oh my goodness. Okay. So my job tonight is to finally show you guys our infamous pumpkin roll. You have seen the photos, you've heard all about it, but now's your chance to make it. You guys, it is not that hard, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you part 2, and then I'm going to go back to show you part 1. So just keep that in mind. It's all in the PDF. It's all in the instructions. So no stress, but I do want to show you each step so that you can make this and you feel confident making it on your own. Okay. So what I have right here is a rolled up pumpkin roll. Now, remember, step 1 is how to get here. I'm going to do step 2 first. And what I have right here is a rolled up pumpkin roll. Now, you can see it's cool to the touch. I leave it on the counter to cool, rolled up. That's our secret to making it so it's less likely to crack. It's in there, you see it. And I use 2 rubber bands, and sometimes I use hair ties, whatever I've got on my wrist, and I roll it up. Usually takes a couple hours. If you want to save something like this, you can make it a couple days in advance. It does not have to be made day of, and I'll show you that trick in just a minute. But what I have right here is rolled up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these off, and you'll see when you look at the directions, it's just a regular cake mix. There's nothing super fancy about it, you guys. I do it all in one bowl, and super easy, okay? So here's my rolled up pumpkin roll. You guys see that? And it is rolled up around my bond mat, and there it is right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cream cheese frosting. Now, if you don't like cream cheese frosting, you guys, you don't have to use cream cheese frosting. You can use whatever. You can use buttercream frosting, add a little cinnamon if you want, or add some cinnamon to your cream cheese frosting. But the trick to cream cheese frosting, you can make it well in advance. Just put it in a Tupperware in the fridge. You want it a little bit, you don't want it super cold. So make sure you take it out of the fridge before you pipe it, because it will spread easier when you when it's a little bit warmer. Okay. So twist it, right? This is how you do a pastry bag. And it's not quite as pretty, but if you don't have anything like this, you guys, you can totally spread this on with just a spatula, right? If you want to glop it right on, put it, do a spatula, but you can also take a Ziploc bag and just cut off the corner, and that's totally fine too. I find myself always making 2 batches of buttercream frosting or cream cheese frosting, especially this time of year. Our amazing stands. For a couple reasons. First of all, because it saves for a really long time, but also because I know for sure that I'm going to be using a lot. I'm going to be making a lot of pumpkin rolls. And so having this ready when my kids are like, Mom, can you make a pumpkin roll? It's really nice to have that all set and done. Because really the frosting, though it's not difficult at all, it's probably the hardest part of this. Really, this pumpkin roll looks fancy, but it's really easy to make. Okay. And I've done it a ton of times gluten-free. Side note, this is also how you would make a jelly roll. Some of you might have heard of a jelly roll. You can also use this for just any cake mix, like make a red velvet cake mix. It doesn't have to be a pumpkin roll, but this time of year, everybody loves the pumpkin roll. So you guys can see, I just frosted it just like that. And then I'm going to roll it. Can you see it better if I do it this way? Now, the reason that it's not cracking is because it cooled while it was rolled. Okay. So that's the benefit to these products. One of the many is that it is guys can see that. I just tucked it right on my plate here. Also, I do want to show you that some people like the naked cake look. Mine's flat at the moment, but don't worry, I can fluff it up, make it look all pretty. I like to tuck in some extra cream cheese frosting. The way that I do that is just like this. Can you guys see that? And then the same way from here, I just decorated a little bit at the end. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to top it. And you can decorate it however you'd like, but I like to add a little bit of cream cheese frosting here and there. There's really no wrong way to do it. I am not the creative one in my house. I usually have my children do this. Of course, they like cream cheese frosting even more than I do, so they get super creative. The end pieces, yeah, Dana says she wants the end pieces, all the extra cream cheese frosting. And then if you are about to share it, you guys, don't be shy about putting on a little powdered sugar because it makes it just a little bit prettier. Sometimes I can add a little cinnamon on this too, and that's super pretty as well. You totally can do it however you want. Okay, so that's part 2. Now, part 1, I will show you, but we might have to come back to see what it really looks like. But here's the deal. Use the Flexi Mat. This is what it looks like when it comes out. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit there in our Flexi Mat. Beautiful. Of course, I didn't prep that pan at all. And I'm going to set the timer again for 3 minutes. And in 3 minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with a bond mat, and then I'm going to roll it. You can also cover it with a bond mat, flip it over onto the bond mat, and just roll the bond mat. That's what I did on my last one, but sometimes I roll it right in this Flexi Mat, and that does a great job too. So if we want to move on to the next person and then come back in a couple of minutes, we totally can do that. Teresa, do you have a preference?
That's fine. I will go ahead and start sharing some of our specials. How does that sound? And then just feel free to interrupt me once you're ready. Does that sound good?
Got it.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys. I said we've got a lot of specials. So the first one I already mentioned, but I want to share anyways, as you guys can see, is this is our gift to you. So when you spend $100 in October, you get the free bottle of the 200 milliliter EVOO from France. Amazing, amazing gift to say thank you to each of our customers. So that's just any purchase, $100, you can stack these sales up or just do perforated baking sheets, actually. If you have been waiting for those to come back in stock, those are ready to be ordered again. They're sitting in customs. They've made it to the US, and we hope they're going to be released from customs very soon, but you can pre-order and they will ship as soon as they're ready. So know that. And then I'm going to go ahead and share another special that Rhonda mentioned to you guys, is that when you are ordering any Fortis item that's not on sale, you unlock 20% off all accessories. So this is a great time to get something for you, get that new Fortis tray, get that waffle tray, so that then you can make those cornbread waffles and then stock up on some future gifts for Christmas coming up or any other special occasions. 20% off all of the accessories when you unlock that sale. So that's really exciting as well. Then I'm sorry that the screen keeps popping on and off, but we've got separate flyers, so I can't just show you them all at once. I got to pop back and forth. So then another really great October special that I want to share with you guys is this, which is, I'm trying to look the name of it. Sorry. I got to move mine. A change of seasons. That's the word I couldn't see. This is awesome, you guys, because this includes that meat herb blend that I had mentioned that I made with the chili, and then the chicken herb blend. I think Rhonda said that's what she put in her herb butter, which is amazing. And then it includes the EVOO. And this bundle also makes a great gift. And this is $35. So think about the gift you can give people. And then if you order 3 of these, you get that extra bottle of EVOO for yourself as a gift as well. So just trying to think ahead for the holidays. And these make great hostess gifts too. Definitely, I know a lot of people think to take a bottle of wine when they're going to someone's house, but this really makes an extra special gift that you can give someone. And sometimes it is appreciated more than a bottle of wine. So definitely think about that as well. And then we're gonna jump to another October special. We did highlight this in our previous mega class this month, but our fluted tart mold is on sale this month. And we've got this amazing heirloom tomato tart that our very own Sherry Bell demoed last class. And it's a great mold. You can be making your holiday pies and tarts in as well. So this is a good month to get in on that sale as well. And then I'm trying to make sure we cover all the October specials. Oh, this is another really good one for our meal preppers out there. So this bundle is great. This is regularly priced $200, you guys, on sale in the month of October. So through October 31st for only $125. So you're going to get the Eco Chop. That's the one special I forgot to mention. Most important one, our Eco Chop. The mini herb chopper, the graduated roll pot, the mini whisk, and the 6 loaf tray. Like I said, value of $200 for only $125. Stephanie, just interrupt me when you're ready. I'm going to keep rolling through these sales. For whatever reason, my Eco
I'm
Chop.
ready.
Oh, perfect.
Sorry.
Back to you, and I'll find my Eco Chop flyer. So there you go. Perfect timing.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so what I always do, you guys, is I make the batter. I put it in my flexi mat. I pat the bottom so it spreads out evenly. I put it in. I cook it for 13 minutes. I take it out, and then I set the timer for another 3 minutes. It sits here to cool for just 3 minutes, and then it's good to go. Now, remember I told you there's 2 ways to do this. You totally can try however it is that you'd like. One way is you take the bond mat, you put it right on top, and you literally roll both the flexi mat and the bond mat together. And you keep it rolled up like that, and that's a great way to do it. Another way is you take your bond mat with a baking sheet, just like this, okay? And you put it right on top, and then you flip it. I could have done this way, but then you flip it. Just like that. Kind of a flip like Rhonda did, right, Rhonda? Me and you both. Samesies. And then you take your flexi mat and you put it right just like this. You guys see that? Comes right off, of course. The recipe, I don't know if you guys have read the actual like pumpkin roll recipe on the can of Libby's pumpkin, but it says to use a tea towel and or cheesecloth and a ton of powdered sugar just so it doesn't stick. I mean, look at how amazing this is, right, you guys? And then you literally just roll it just like that. And then you guys will see, right? Just like this. And then I will leave this on the counter. Literally, I'll make it in the morning. There's my rubber band. I will make it in the morning and I will let it just cool, just like on the counter like that. And what I try to do is I prop it up against the side of my perforated baking sheet so it doesn't flatten and it doesn't roll. My last one flattened a little bit because I had it in the middle. This way it just kind of presses up against that. So that's one way to do it, or you can wrap it in that flexi mat with the mat on top. You really can't mess it up. But one thing I did want to say is remember when you make that pumpkin roll, if you want it to last longer, you have it flat, you put the frosting on, you roll it up, and then you roll it in saran wrap. You get all of those little nooks and crannies, everything covered up in saran wrap, and it'll be good in your fridge for a few days. And then when it's time to take it out and serve it, you just take it out, do some decorations with that cream cheese frosting on the top and the ends, maybe a little powdered sugar then, and you can serve it that way. So it's something that you guys can make well in advance. It's easy. You guys saw one bowl to mix everything. It's amazing. And like I said, delicious, customizable, whatever it is that you guys want to make, but definitely try it because it's not nearly as hard as it looks or you think it is just by looking at how pretty the end result is. So make yourselves try it. I promise you will not regret it.
Awesome. Thank you, Stephanie. So many great tips there. Really appreciate you sharing all of those steps with us because I know that's valuable to everybody. Okay, so I'm going to share the very special I should have started with because this is my favorite special in the month of October is the Eco Chop, you guys. Regular price $49, which is a great price for the amazing item that you're getting. It makes the best gift under $50. And now guess what? With it being $40, it allows you to stay within your gift giving budget this holiday season and gift some of the best gifts to those you love. So consider this. Honestly, I got to tell you, we have multiples in our house because we have lots of extra helpers in the kitchen, and it really is nice to have more than one Eco Chop. So now's the time to do it. We probably see this go on sale once a year. So you want to catch this before it's gone. It's good through the end of October, which is Thursday night, you guys. So don't miss that special. Okay, so now I also want to share with you, we've got a flash sale that does end tonight. I'm going to show you that. This was actually supposed to end on the weekend and they kept it open for us a little bit longer, which I'm really excited about. So this flash sale, you guys, you're going to get these items, the fall must-haves, which is the rectangular tray, the 6-round mold, and the square tray. If you don't know about the 6-round mold yet, you guys, that is for freezing, perfect 8-ounce portions. So the chili that I made, the soup that you make, leftovers you make, mini chicken pot pies, you can do mini cheesecakes, you name it, it is a must-have. And then the rectangular tray, that's your 9x13. You don't spray it, grease it, oil, nothing sticks to it. It's amazing. And then the square tray is your traditional, like former before Bon cooked around home days, brownie tray, right? But you can use that for if you're cooking for 1 or 2, a smaller casserole, lasagna. Also, again, it's amazing. And all 3 of those items for only $100. Now, if you only want one of them, you can get them at a discounted price as well. I'm not going to walk you through all of those, but go to your consultant's website tonight because this sale ends tonight. And remember, you get that bundle. You can also get that EBOO free. So definitely consider that. So then, I know I told you there were going to be a lot of sales. Stay with me. It's going to be worth it. So then we also had a sale that was announced early for you guys. This is what I was telling you about. So the daily grind that I mentioned and shared with you in my cooking presentation, you guys, this is on sale. Regular price is $45, right now $39. We're doing everything we can to help you guys. I know everyone's on a tight budget right now and wanting to cut corners where you can. And so we're going to help you with the essentials you want at home. And also you want to give as gifts this holiday season. So the daily grind, $39, regularly priced $45. And then we also have the pepper mill. Sorry, it's a tiny little thumbnail on my screen. So the pep rally pepper mill, same thing, $39, regularly priced $45. So definitely scoop that up. That sale, as you can see, goes through the end of the month, which is great. And last but not least, we have this bundle, which is awesome. Another great little gift set. So this is going to be your seasoning sensations. And so this has the daily grind, the pepperelli pepper mill, and then the chicken herb blend. And we've got a great recipe that goes with that. So the retail value, that's $105. You can get those 3 items for $75. And then also look for that great recipe there. So I know I just gave you guys a lot with those specials. Please reach out to your consultant for help. We're always here to help you guys, but I want to encourage you. We've got that one flash sale that ends tonight. So if you're interested in the fall favorites with the rectangular, the round tray, and the square, you're going to want to make sure to definitely get that before the end of tonight. All the other sales are good through the end of the month, which is Thursday. It's going to be here before you know it. So reach out to your consultant. Let us help you with those sales. Reach out if you want more information on booking your own class or you want information on joining our amazing Rockstars team. We're happy to help you with that too. And then of course, those recipes that we shared with you tonight, your consultant can get those to you if they haven't already. And we wish you all a wonderful Halloween coming up on Thursday and Thanksgiving. We will have one more, there's some thunder happening here at my house. We will have one more mega cooking class before Thanksgiving. And I'm going to sign off before my power goes out because there's some rumbling going on outside. But stay tuned, ask your consultant. We want to make sure you guys are on for all of these mega classes and we will get this recording up so you can rewind and watch all of these demos again if you would like. So thanks again, everyone, for being on. Thanks for our wonderful presenters. We'll see y'all next time. Take care. Oh, it has to stop up there. Just trying to figure out how to stop the recording. And it has to stop.